Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dogs and cats, elephants and zebras, gypsies and the sheep. So, today I am going to talk about this. These are homemade dinner rolls. It's bread. I mean, you know, it's bread. Anyway, I will share the recipe with you. Since it was my first time making this recipe, I did not deviate from the recipe. I've never made dinner rolls before, so, you know, but again, it's bread, so it's, what can I say? It's, oh, excuse me. So, I will share the recipe with you. It's from Food Network. I think it's Lee Drummond. Sorry, I have the sun in my... What? Thank you. The wife says they are delicious. This is... homemade dinner rolls. Recipe courtesy of Tanya Holland. Show Melting Pot, episode Soul Kitchen Sunday Dinner. And I have a bunch of stuff that just showed up on my screen that I need to take down if I'm going to do this. So, okay, the one thing I did deviate from, it says 1 package of dry active yeast, 1/4 ounce. I didn't measure it that way. I didn't measure it by weight. I measured it. I put like I think a tablespoon in there, which was probably far more than needed. I probably could have used a teaspoon. A cup of warm water, a cup of sugar. Now I put water. I put some sugar in the agua, in the water to start with, to help feed the yeast. 1 egg beaten. I didn't beat it ahead of time, so I guess I didn't follow the recipe exactly. Oh well. Do I ever follow a recipe exactly? No. I just broke the egg and put it in there, and then I kind of stirred everything up. 2 teaspoons salt, cup of milk scalded but cooled to warm. We don't have milk, so I use powdered milk. I don't really measure it. I just put some in the measuring cup and then put water in it and stir it up. I probably put more of the powdered milk in there than I really need to, but then it's more nutritious as well. 4 ounces of melted butter plus 2 ounces. We had 1 stick of butter left, and that's 4 ounces, so it all went in there. 5 cups flour, plus more is needed, and I, did the 5 cups plus, I put it on my hands, and I needed it in the bowl because I didn't have room, because we've been cleaning and reorganizing. So, and then a 6 cup, or a muffin tin with 6 cups in it. The one we used actually had more than that, and we still had dough left over, so that recipe made these. The wife says they're very good. Now it says to prepare the pan. I could not find the cooking spray, so I took some olive oil and I put it in each of the cup things for the muffin tin, and that did just fine. They popped out. Just I took a knife and just kind of lifted it just a little bit, and it came out. And lucky I'm not going back out. So let me see. Me says, and this calls for a stand mixer. We don't have that, and even if we did, I probably wouldn't use it. With a dough hook, again, we don't have a stand mixer, and like I just said, even if we did, I probably would not use it. At least for this. I would use a stand mixer for other things, believe me. Dissolve yeast in warm water. Again, what I did was I put some warm water, put the yeast in, and then I put some sugar in. Should have put the sugar in first, but it didn't matter. Let it sit until lightly foamy. I kind of let it foam a little more. And stir the sugar, the egg, the salt, warm water, 4 ounces of butter, and then slowly add 5 cups of flour. I add about 1 cup, and then I add 2 cups after that, and until I get it up there. You let it rest, and you let it rest again. Basically, you take it and you roll it into small balls, and you put 3 in each little each little opening of the muffin tin, and that's how you get that little design on it, is by that's 3 little balls of dough, and then you cook it till it's brown. This said 10 to 15 minutes. We kept ours in the oven a little more than 15 minutes, maybe 16, 17 minutes, and it came out perfect. What we had with that was pot roast, also from Food Network website. Now, I will say this about the pot roast. It calls for beef broth, which we probably have somewhere. But hold on a second. Lucky, looking for this, buddy. Which we probably have some, but I didn't see it. So what I went ahead and did was I took 3. Excuse me. 3 cubes of chicken broth, or the whatever, and I put that in some more water. Now, it has the option of putting some red wine in it, and we don't have that, so I added some vinegar, but now I kind of think I should not have used the vinegar. I used apple cider vinegar, not white vinegar. I didn't use very much, but the vinegar would go better with pork than with the beef. And I cooked the onions and the carrots in the frying pan in olive oil. Probably longer. I mean, I did cook it longer than what it called for. I could probably have cooked the onions for a little shorter time. The carrots, they did fine, but don't peel these carrots. Okay, that's important. Don't peel these carrots. I don't like peeling carrots anyway. I don't really see the point. You get more fiber and nutrition if you don't peel the carrots. So I don't peel carrots, or on a very rare occasion I will. But this is that's how they came out. So I will try and remember to share the links on this video or with this video. So anyway, so hopefully if it's something that sounds good to you, you can fix it. Now, what we do is we buy a meat box, and we used to buy our meat box in Keene. We bought it from 2 different stores in Keene, but this month we bought from a store in Bellows Falls, Vermont. So one of the kids lives, and or kind of lives, so we bought it there, and let me tell you, the meat's a lot better. It's like a family-owned little. It's not a big place. It's just a little family-owned kind of place, and the meat's a whole lot better. The thing is, we wind up getting a lot of meat, and by the end of this month, we're still going to have meat left over. Not a whole lot this month because we didn't really spend any money on groceries, so except for the meat box. Which the thing is, in Vermont, you have all sorts of taxes and rules and regulations. Bernie Sanders country. It surprises me with all the rednecks in Vermont, but actually, in Springfield, Vermont, somebody went running down the street, down through Main Street, or whatever the main street, even if it's not called Main Street, completely in the nude. Thankfully, it wasn't winter time. Went running straight down, streaking right through the middle of town. And if you don't know where these towns are, you can look up Springfield, Vermont, and you can look up Bellows Falls, Vermont. Bellows Falls is north of Springfield. Bellows Falls has a fish ladder, which actually me and Carolyn, my late wife, we were going to go see, and we never went to see it. They have like a nature thing, little nature center or something, where you can actually view through like a window where the fish are supposed to go up the fish ladder. And there's a canal, which I don't think is used anymore, but there's the rapids below the dam in Bellows Falls, and during the days when they would have to transport things from Canada, transport things from northern Vermont and northern New Hampshire down the river, they couldn't get through the falls, and they'd have to stop, take everything off, offload everything, take it on land, transport it downriver by land, and then put it back on a boat. And so what they did was they built, in my understanding, it's one of the earliest canals in the United States. So that's interesting. But like I said, I don't think they use it anymore. They do have a thing to divert debris like that in the dam, because in the springtime, during the melt, during the spring thaw, you have to understand how far north we are, and you also have to understand that when you go further north in New Hampshire and Vermont, the mountains get taller and taller, and there are more and more of them. So there's, it's colder the higher up you go. So that water can really get, it gets high, and when they open the gates on the dam, oh boy, it just comes pouring out. They have to open them. If they don't open them, it'll flood. So they have to open them. But anyway, so that was a little bit about the Connecticut River. If you're wondering which river it is, it's the Connecticut River. And this is the dinner rolls. A guy went streaking down the main What can I say?